But let's continue about this AI, all seeing eye. This is why I did this VCast. Artificial intelligence will monitor video games and trash talking, harassment talking. Not that I'm a video gamer. I played a little bit going back when I was growing up, Atari and Intellivision. I'm dating myself, right? I'm 54 years old. But my son would play video games. My son was a super astute kid, super sharp. I think he was a decent athlete, but he never really tried at all with sports. He would actually skip soccer practice to go study. Ended up as a sophomore in college, just a sharp kid, almost perfect score on his ACT. Mensa smart, and he has common sense as well. Just a good kid. But his release was to play video games with his friends, and the language and the trash talking, I remember talking to him. I was like, dude, you're a little foul. Calm down. And I can just see this technology shutting him down. And at the time, he was a self-professing Christian. Let's read. Activision will be using ToxMod AI to monitor and punish hate speech on games like Call of Duty. My son would play Call of Duty. Call of Duty's new voice chat moderation system utilizes ToxMod, the AI-powered voice chat moderation technology from Modulate, to identify in real time and enforce against toxic speech, including hate speech, discriminatory language, harassment, and more. But this is wicked, my friends. This is absolutely wicked. AI real-time monitoring. So here's what I was thinking about. This is what I felt like the Holy Ghost hit me with, is when will this AI real-time monitoring be your text, be a phone call? I'm typing on Word online and I can't type certain words. I have a very difficult time saying New World Order, NWO. It won't let me type it. And I'm like, approve this word, approve this word. For some reason, New World Order, they want New World Order, NWO, out of the vocabulary vernacular. Something's going on, my friends. And you think this is a stretch. I remember I was listening to the Dollar Vigilante, big time truther, very, very new age. That's the one knock on him. He's into yoga and new age, that sort of thing. He needs to get saved, but very wise to the New World Order agenda and delivers a bunch of truth bombs. He said he was on Google Docs on the shared drive, and he real time, or maybe it was caught and flagged where he could no longer type on a shared document because it was not approved speech. His words. What is going on, my friends? And then the other thing too is I had a video from a military officer, let's say, presenting, and there were a bunch of military soldiers, and they're talking about a zombie apocalypse in the United States, and there was a CDC zombie brochure. And I just tried to upload it to TikTok, and it was flagged right away. So they have the algorithms to identify speech on videos that have already been suppressed. That's how deep this is getting. It's getting wicked. But this ToxMod, when will that hit your text, cell phones, calls, real-time speech? We need to get simple. We need to get back together, face-to-face, talking. I'm going to show a bunch of them. This might be a long one. AI and social media biometrics police. New York City police have spent millions on a tech company that claims it can use AI to monitor social media and predict future criminals. And when they hack into your brain, if you follow our ministry, we talk about the fourth beast system is mind controlism, and we prove it out. Our book proves it out. Seal 1 is open that primes the fourth beast system, that is iron, graphene oxide, mixed in clay U. And again, as I'm taking all the different dreams that I've had and putting them together, I actually went back into that book. That book is a great book for a one-stop shop on what you need to know for the end of days. It jumps around a little bit, but it covers a lot of different topics. Probably good if you're a baby Christian and just becoming awake to this New World Order plan. And this is where it all interlocks together. Amazon will temporarily stop providing its facial recognition software to police. Now, why were they providing facial recognition to police to begin with? And it's hitting the feds. It's hitting the CIA. I mean, Amazon got that $600 million contract from the CIA It's all interwoven. Going back to that story with the Microsoft engineer and Amazon shutting down his smart equipment because of a so-called slur. They're playing God. They're absolutely playing God, my friends. So pre-crime. And Klaus Schwab, World Economic Forum, they've talked about pre-crime in their literature and their books. And if you follow our ministry, we've probably done 30 to 40 podcasts on mind controlism. The technology is totally there. That's the fourth beast system, is mind controlism. Ultimately, worshiping the image, signing up to the AI Antichrist system. That'll be a quantum computer, and you'll be hooked up to the hive mind, and you will ultimately blaspheme the Holy Ghost. You will not be redeemable. You'll be ultimately a reprobate mind. Let's continue. A lot of people have emailed me and said, what do you think about FedNow? FedNow can track every transaction that you do, and I think it also ties into the central bank digital currency. And now it'll tie into the private IRS. The Internal Revenue Service, IRS, is using artificial intelligence tools to detect tax violations by high-income earners and large business partnerships. Of course, it's going to use AI. It'll be tied to FedNow. Now, everything you do will be tracked real time. And if you follow our ministry years ago, I had a dream that every transaction in the world is already tracked. Now they're just telling us. They're making it more open to you, and they're going to act on it. Now, let's talk about this brain monitoring at work. I've never played this video. It went viral with the World Economic Forum, but it fits this AI all-seeing eye. And this is creepy. And this host gives me the creeps from the World Economic Forum, but I want to play how they're going to measure your brain waves at work. Their words, the technology's already here. Let's roll it.
Star of the show is Nita Farahani. She's a futurist and legal ethicist at Duke, and she's so smart and so interesting. You're going to learn a ton. This is how it's going to work. We're going to watch a short video. She's going to come on stage and talk, and then we're going to do a little Q&A, questions from the audience, and that'll be a wrap, and you'll leave enlightened and excited. So first off, a video. It's going to make you see the future and understand a wonderful future where we can use brainwaves to fight crime, be more productive.
Use brainwaves to fight crime. There's your pre-crime.
Productive and find love. Let's roll.
You're in the zone. Even you can't believe how productive you've been. Your memo is finished, your inbox is under control, and you're feeling sharper than you have in a decade. Sensing your joy, your playlist shifts to your favorite song, sending chills up your spine as the music begins to play. You glance at the program running in the background on your computer screen and notice a now familiar sight that appears whenever you're overloaded with pleasure. Your theta brainwave activity decreasing in the temporal regions of your brain. You mentally move the cursor to the left and scroll through your brain data over the past few hours. You can see your stress levels rising as the deadline to finish your memo approached, causing a peak in your beta brainwave activity right before an alert popped up, telling you to take a brain break. But what's that unusual change in your brain activity when you're asleep? It started earlier in the month. You send a text message to your doctor with a mental swipe of your cursor. Could you take a quick look at my brain data? Anything to worry about? Your mind starts to wander to the new colleague on your team, whom you know you shouldn't be daydreaming about, given the policy against intra-office romance. But you can't help fantasizing just a little. But then you start to worry that your boss will notice your amorous feelings when she checks your brain activity and shift your attention back to the present. You breathe a sigh of relief when the email she sends you later that day congratulates you on your brain metrics from the past quarter, which have earned you another performance bonus. You head home jamming to the music, with your work-issued brain-sensing earbuds still in. When you arrive at work the next day, a somber cloud has fallen over the office. Along with emails, text messages, and GPS location data, the government has subpoenaed employees' brainwave data from the past year. They have compelling evidence that one of your coworkers has committed massive wire fraud. Now, they're looking for his co-conspirators. You discover they are looking for synchronized brain activity between your coworker and the people he has been working with. While you know you're innocent of any crime, you've been secretly working